With your hosts, Ken Tizzard and Music for Goats. Brought to you in full color and stereo sound amplification provided by Trainer. Broadcasting into the world from Storyhouse Studios in Campbellford, Ontario, you'll hear the best in old country, folk, Americana, punk rock, and 80s music delivered into your homes every week for free. And don't forget your regular dose of new and original songs from Music for Goats. Never be alone on a Wednesday night again, 8 p.m. Eastern and 9:30 for those of you in Newfoundland. Join the Whiskey Wednesday regulars on Facebook to be a part of the conversation, or watch on YouTube as well. Pour a drink, a cup of tea, or a nice cold long tooth. Roll up your best smoke and sit back and relax. Don't forget to hit the share button to help spread the word. The Whiskey Wednesday Show, every week. Cheers.
And you're on.
Brain juice. Brain juice. Good day. Guten Abend. For those of you watching in Germany, watching that show about the SAS is pretty, what's that show called again?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Whiskey Wednesday.
Sorry, guys.
That's all right. That's all right. That new show we're watching.
The Rogue something. Or
Rogue.
SAS Rogues or something like that.
It's a nice show. It's the guy from, the kid from the other
Sex
show.
Education.
Sex Education. Adam from Sex Education in a great role. He's a fucking fantastic actor too. It's really nice. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ken Tizzard. We are Music for Goats. We've got Mr. Neil Lucy here with us tonight. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Excellent.
And yourself?
I'm doing fantastic.
Glad to hear.
Got Mr. Kenneth Grant here as well.
Hello.
Wearing his Novus hat.
Still fine.
Lovely, lovely hat.
It is a cool one.
Yeah, it's a nice one. David Lawrence on the drums tonight there. How you feeling, Dave?
I'm great, sir.
Excellent. Glad to hear it. We got Barry a new toy. It was that gift for his 100th show, which was a couple of weeks back. Trying to make his life easier by giving him more things to use. And he's having a pretty good time with it. He's over there tonight using a whole brand new thing, which we'll talk about in a little bit. I have a set list. I had to put somewhere where I could see it, and then it fell. Now I'm holding it. In the news tonight, November 1st, tonight on the show, 2023, we have special guest John Wynott for the second time. And this time, Allison... so I did 3 interviews with John. I did a 45-minute interview, which was what we saw a few weeks ago. That was kind of the, meet John Wynott. This is kind of what he does and what he has done, and kind of cool getting to know him. And then after that, we had another conversation for about an hour about more random thoughts. And then my computer ate one of the files, so I had to do the earlier file again. Anyways, we had a bunch of conversations, but when it came to doing part 2, I gave Allison this big, massive video, and she said, well, why don't I just go through and I'll grab sort of little chunks, little nuggets, because he's got all these little things, these sort of brilliant things that he drops. So so she came up with a list of pieces, and we put it together into a nice little John Wynott. It's got a real funky name that I can't remember now. It's not his words of whimsy, but his fits of fanciful, fruitful foliage of language. I can't remember what the term was.
I'm not helping. Fantastic. No, you're there by yourself, sport.
I know. We'll get into that. You know what it could simply be? It could simply be just the whole pain-free living. Feeling nice tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're feeling wonderful out there as well. If you're not feeling all right, and you need to feel all right, take care of yourself. This is a song called FMNL. It goes just like this. Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and... to get high, I like to get higher, I like to get more high than I was before. I like to get stoned, I like to get stoneder, like to get more stoned than I was before. 'Cause I don't have the perfect job I dreamed of, and at times I can take it for a while. Then sometimes it takes away the part of me that's real. Then other times all I can do is smile. I like to get high, I like to get higher, I like to get more high than I was before. I like to get stoned, I like to get stoneder, I like to get more stoned than I was before. 'Cause I don't have a moment of pain-free living, and at times I can take it for a while. Then sometimes I take small things for granted, then other times all I can do is smile. I like to get high, I like to get higher, I like to get more high than I was before. I like to get stoned, I like to get stoneder, I like to get more stoned than I was before. To get higher, I like to get more high than I was before. I like to get stoned, I like to get stoneder, I like to get more stoned than I was before. To be honest, it's an uphill battle with depression, and the drugs the doctor gives me ain't so tight. There's sometimes it feels like my skin is crawling, other times bad TV can be alright. I like to get high, I like to get higher, I like to get more high than I was before. I like to get stoned, I like to get stoneder, I like to get more stoned than I was before. I like to get high, I like to get higher, I like to get more high than I was before. I like to get stoned, I like to get stoneder, I like to get more stoned than I was before. There you go. That'll put you in the right place, get you started, get you going on your night, you know, hopefully. Let me take a look and see who's hanging out here. Oh, we got a grand old crowd. Thank you, Barry. I had to put, I got the computer thing is backwards. I had to get Barry to post there. Sorry about that. But there's
It's on your music page.
Okay, cool. Excellent. Thank you. Good to see everybody. Hey, Charmaine and Kim. I hope you're all good next door. Ron, Richard, Jordan, Tony. I'm sure Deb is here somewhere. Mike, GT Mike, good to see you, brother. Hey, Deb. Richard Control, nice to see you. Tonight's about to close my windows. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Oh, I gotcha. Have a puff. I see the smoke there now. I wasn't sure what that was. Now I understand. Hello, Lawrence Bell from Texas. Good Lord, it's nice to see a Texan in the house. I've been listening. Spent the day listening to some Slade Cleaves. But Lawrence, that's Larry.
Larry, yeah.
Lawrence, Larry's a cucumber, ladies and gentlemen. And we've talked about him before. Steve Ostolfo, you are here again. Lovely to see you. I once again mispronounced your name. Steve Ostolfo. It's so easy to say Ostolfo. I want to say Ostolfano. I don't know why I keep seeing an N in it. There's no N. Steve Ostolfo. Steve Ostolfo. Ostolfo. I have a hard time sometimes with
the
pronunciating
show is,
things.
limited in the amount of time we've got here.
Well, is it really? Is it really? I hope you're all having a little bit of pain-free living. You know who has a hell of a lot of pain-free living?
That was just a bit of persiflage.
I'm familiar. 2 weeks in a row, 2 weeks running with the persiflage joke.
Oh, it never ends.
It never ends. I went to see Dylan last week. He seems like somebody who doesn't have a lot of pain. Although he didn't really stand up too well when he finally got up to take his bow from the piano. He was a little shaky, but he's 88 now, isn't he? Like,
Is he that old? Really?
I don't know.
I think so.
82?
I think early 80s, yeah.
Okay, good.
I think around Mick Jagger's age.
He's a little bit older than me anyway, so I mean I have a hard time standing up.
Yeah.
But what a concert, you know. And I mean, and for a non-Dylan fan, or like if you were like, you know, oh, I'm gonna go see Dylan and hear like Blowing in the Wind and like all those greatest hits, you're out of luck. And in fact, you would probably be like, strangely enough, you'd probably be bored silly. But at the same time, there's a magic there, which I think, it's hard for me to tell because I'm such a fan. On screen right now, we've got Cam Carpenter. Cam is an old friend of mine, ways back. Well, he's been on the show. He goes way back to signing The Watchmen. And we've been friends for the better part of 30 years maybe. And he called me on Thursday morning and said, I got an extra ticket to Dylan. You know, do you come into Massey Hall? And I hadn't been to the new Massey Hall yet. I'm like, oh my God, yes. So we went there, and I was planning on taking all these great photos, but then there's another picture there, Barry. Do you have that second photo there, the next one, which is the, yeah. So you go in, when you go into the show, they give you this thing, and you slide your cell phone into it, and it closes at the top, and it magnetically locks. And then when you leave the show, there's all these bins, and you go over, and there's somebody next to the bin, and you hold your thing open, and it magnetically opens, and you take your phone out, and you put the thing in the bin. It was amazing. At first I thought, this is great, you know, because nobody's going to be taking videos and taking pictures and all that. But what I realized is, and this is something that I'd forgotten about, I would say there were 5 times during the 90 minutes that I reached inside my jacket just to grab my phone to look at it. And I went, oh, right. It kept me in the moment of the show. And not just me, it kept the entire, however many 20-odd hundred people that are in Massey Hall, like everybody was just focused. And it was the most stripped down, beautiful thing ever. Bare stage lights, cables and amplifiers everywhere. Nothing in the way of colored lights or backgrounds. And it was just fantastic. I absolutely loved it. And Cam Carpenter, thank you so much for bringing me back to see, bringing me down to see one of my hero. Probably the last time I'll get a chance to see him. So thank you very much. It was an amazing show. He weaves a certain magic. I think it's all the not caring that he does. Yeah, I just love it when he hits a wrong note and then he just keeps hitting it.
Yeah.
Like a minute. Band is changing chords around him, just keeps hitting the same wrong note. I fucking love it.
I'm trying to perfect that.
Well, I was just in Regina, not Winnipeg. But we got a request for this song that's related to Winnipeg, so I don't know why I tried to link that together. I was in Winnipeg last weekend. We saw the video for that last week, I do believe, and that was a hell of a lot of fun. And this weekend I went to Regina. Me and Neil went out there. We didn't do a house concert, but we hung out with my buddy Kirby Lambert. I think we got some pictures of that coming up, but we'll get to that in a minute. We just had a really good time. The Watchmen show was phenomenal. Had a great crew out with us, Dan and Neil and Ian. Just a really, really, really nice weekend. And it was Halloween in Regina, so everybody dressed up. And yeah, people were dressed up as all kinds of things. And so Canadian bowling came up last week. And we promised that we'd play the Canadian bowling tune. So we're going to give this a try. One, two, one, two.
yellow on the wall. Add my name when it gets closer to last call. Elvira brings my bottle. I held it up and I let it bend. Figures of 2 rinks battle in an extra end. I'm peeling off my label as they peel the corner guard. Dance down the sheet to the tune of her curry heart. And my popcorn squeaks a question, wonders why I'm not at home, where you wait beside a silent telephone. Doodle circles within circles all alone. Have to stop myself from standing on a table full of empties to yell, why can't I draw right up to what I want to say? Why can't I ever stop where I want to stay? I roar right through our days. I'm always throwing hack weight. Never, 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 right off. No, never, 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 right off. No, never, 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 right off. No, never, 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 ever, right off. No, never, 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 ever, right off. No, never, 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 right off. No, never, 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 ever, right off. No, never, never, never. The championship banners staring closely at me from the frame, that old photograph of me. And I know you're out there waiting for an answer I can't give, so tell me why. Why can't I draw right up to what I want to say? Why can't I ever stop where I want to stay? Roar right through our years, drift right through our months, slide right through our days. I'm always throwing at weight. Never, ever, never, ever, right off. No, never, ever, 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 right off. No, never, ever, 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 right off. No, never, ever, ever.
That was me, the middle part, where the middle part where everything got weird and everybody played the wrong chords for a moment. That was me. I think I left some of the words out. Apologize to my Winnipeg family and friends for screwing up the words on a Winnipeg song. Oh my goodness. I want to go winter camping. Winter camping is fun. Hey, Mick Manning, great to see you, brother. I hope you're doing well. Lisa Anthony, nice to see you. Aaron, nice to see you again. Great picture you showed, by the way. Thank you for showing the sporting Whiskey Wednesday hat photo that you put online. She won the Whiskey Wednesday hat when we had the telethon.
Nice.
Oh, that brain juice is good tonight. That brain juice is good tonight. Well, you know what date it is today?
Brain Day.
Brain Juice
All
Day.
Saints Day.
It's okay. It's both of those things, but it's also the 1st of November.
Yes.
And the 1st of November brings with it the Whiskey Wednesday Wrap-Up magazine for the month of October. Another 112 pages. I made that up, but it seems like that's about right.
Yeah.
Another 112 pages of goatee goodness. plus a bunch of Watchmen stuff and all kinds of cool stuff. It's another fantastic magazine. Check your email if you have subscribed. If you haven't, go to the website and subscribe, or you can just go to the website. There's a page you can read it online, or you can download it and print yourself off a copy.
So is that going to be your go-to joke from now on?
That is my go-to joke. Go-to. Do we have a picture of the magazine? Did we show it already, Barry? Did we show the picture of the magazine?
Somewhere.
Yeah, let's look at the picture of the magazine. I like that little zoom shot there. I can't wait to talk about this new thing that I got for Barry here and explain what he's trying to deal with tonight.
Anyway.
There we go. There's the magazine. There's John Why Not, Berkeley professor, musician, producer, and smartest guy I know. Yeah, that kind of sums it up. And there's the GMH. You would have seen GMH last week. He was on the show. And we got John on again tonight. So we're going to play one more song, and then we're going to get to the John Why Not. There's a new show out of Kitchener-Waterloo area called Jigs and Reels. It's a Newfoundland semi-trad, semi-Newfoundland supportive, all Newfoundland supportive, but not all trad. But they've been hanging out a lot, and I was on the show last night. Had a really nice time chatting. I'll put a link up for it when it comes out. I'm gonna dedicate this one tonight to all the gang at Jigs and Reels. And to everybody back home in Newfoundland as well. It's a song that sort of I was talking about this one recently. Oh yeah, last night when I was on Jigs and Reels I was talking about it. I had a really cool time doing the video and the recording of this one because my girls sang on the album and they were in the video, so if you haven't seen the video, go check that out. It's a lot of fun. And the car was nice too, a nice big car. What kind of car was that? I don't remember.
It was the Lincoln.
Was it actually?
No. Was it Lincoln?
Was
I
it?
think it was a big old Lincoln town car. I could be wrong.
Dave Umbry set that up for me.
Very nice one.
Sonny lives on a farm in a wide open space. You can kick off your shoes, you can give up the race. You can lay down your head by a sweet riverbed, and Sonny always remembers what it was Mama said. Sonny, don't go away, I am here all alone. Your daddy's a sailor who never comes home, and these nights get so long, and the silence goes on, and I'm feeling so tired, I'm not all that strong. Sonny carries a load, and though he's barely a man, he ain't all that's due, but he does what he can. And he watches the seas from a room by the stairs, and the waves keep on rolling. They've done that for years. Sonny, don't go away, I am here all alone. Your daddy's a sailor who never comes home, and these nights get so long, and the silence goes on, and I'm feeling so tired, I'm not all that strong. It's 100 miles to town, Sonny's never been there. And he goes to the highway and he stands and he stares. And the mail comes at 4, and the mailman is old, and Sonny still dreams his dreams full of silver and gold. But Sonny's dreams can't be real, they're just stories he's read. Stars in his eyes, they're just dreams in his head. And he's hungry inside for the wide world outside. And I know I'll never hold him, though I've tried and I've tried. Sonny, don't go away, I am here all alone. Your daddy's a sailor who never comes home. And these nights get so long, and the silence goes on, and I'm feeling so tired, I'm not all that strong. Sonny, don't go away, I am here all alone. Your daddy's a sailor who never comes home. And these nights get so long, and the silence goes on, and I'm feeling so tired, I'm not all that strong.
Lovely. What a lovely, lovely song to send out to Jigs and Reels.
Certainly was.
I'll post that on my Facebook page tomorrow. The link for the show and the Facebook page and stuff. Really cool people, and they're supporting Newfoundland music, which is excellent. I saw the Irish Descendants are playing. Is that who I said? Yeah, the Irish Descendants are playing over in Alderville. Was it Alderville?
I think
or was it Roseneath?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. I
Oh,
saw
the
that.
Pizza Pad.
No, it's not the Pizza Hut. It's the community hall there.
Oh, yes.
But that'd be a great
Community
show.
Hall's great.
Yeah, I got to look into that and see when it's happening. That'd be a cool show to go see.
You would rather.
Fantastic band, but I guess that means the Irish Descendants are on tour. In which case, go see them if they are. I should look into that. Oh, well then, ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Waiting with bated breath. This is the time of the show where we have our guest segment. And as I mentioned, it's John Why Not. Have a listen. These are some really interesting little bits here. Let's take it away, Barry.
Hey,
Cool. Back again.
I mean, yeah. You know, the first mix I did in a studio, I was 17, I think, or something like that. So just it was 70. No, it was probably 77.
Wow.
So 46 years since then. So I'd like to think, and I don't know. I mean, how many records have I mixed? I don't know, like a bunch. But
Yeah.
I've done lots of film score mixing, and a feature film score might have 50 pieces of music in it.
Mm-hmm.
So I've done, I don't know, many dozens of feature films, and a dozen or two, like a few dozen series. And the series will have 10 episodes or 26 episodes, and each one of them will have. I mean, so the number of mixes gets into the thousands, and there's just no way. I hated this when I was in my 20s, man. People would say, "Oh, it's just experience," and I'm like, shut up, old timer. Well, I'm the old timer, and you know what? There's experience helps. And if I haven't figured out how to mix by now, I never will. So, I think I can mix. I mix okay, but when I listen to my own work, I think, as one does, which is, I guess, why I'm still studying it, why I'm still pushing on it.
But the one thing that I do caution young musicians is, unless you want to get into the business of music, there's so much out there. I hear all these young musicians, they start talking to me, these 20-year-olds, and within a couple of minutes of conversing, the conversation starts turning to numbers and algorithms and all of this other stuff. And I just say, like, we're talking about, like, we were getting together to have lunch about songwriting and art, and all of a sudden, all you're talking to me about is numbers and algorithms. And I find that that's a really dangerous thing for people.
Yeah, but it was going on when we were kids too, because they were talking then about. I totally hear what you're saying, and it's because we have fear inside that we won't make it, and it's our drive to survive. It tells us we better get our act together. So if we're paying attention to where the fruit might be,
Yeah.
And, this is natural, but it's hard to do that at the same time as you make art. We were told the same thing. You need to pursue interest from labels.
Right.
You need to play the game. You need to have a package. Remember that? You need a package. Or if you're a balding man like me, you need hair. Like they used to tell me I needed hair. I'm like, I fucking don't have hair, bro. It's not any place you want to see it. And and there were people who could make that work, but it was always kind of temporary. with very few exceptions, but mostly it was temporary. Like you'd hear about this guy, somebody got a big deal, and the record company gave them a six-figure deal or $1 million or whatever, and you think, and when you're 20, you think, well, that's it. You make $1 million, you're good for life. Well, turns out you're not. Turns out you need to have something to do all the time, and it turns out the actual thing that pays the rent, the actual source of the money, is the audience. That's it. If you are focused there, then you've got a shot. But it's, you have to eat. They're not gonna just knock on your door. So that's the same now. People are talking about it. I get why they're talking about it. It's not that they're bad. It's just that it's very tempting to think, wow, if there's a way I could work this so that I could squeeze a little money out ahead of time,
Right.
get a little advance. We're sort of colored by the idea that there was a reliable source of money, that was some amorphous thing out there that came through the record labels. And so we would look at the labels and the agents and the managers and lawyers and so forth as being the people we were focused on. And that was, I think, a mistake. I think, so you can say, hey, the internet, file sharing ruined music. I actually don't think it did. I think a bunch of things happened that took the money out of the retail side of music, at least the record business, even though it wasn't a very robust business anyway. It's been around not that long, and people didn't. We always thought this is the thing they need, and they bought it because they liked it. But people are fickle; they buy what they like. And the idea that it was like any other product is also untrue. You need a fridge. You need to pay your heating bill. You need food. You don't music. You buy it when you want it, whether you need it or not. You don't budget. Nobody I've ever heard of ever thinks, well, I have exactly $14 this week to spend on musical entertainment, and you're competing for that $14 with the other rock band. That was the way they talked. That was nonsense. If you were good and you connected with the audience, they found the money for you. That was it. That's still true. So the question is, how do they get it to you? And generally speaking, there's a couple of ways, and the main way is live performance and then merch. And people show up at gigs in order to show their support for you. That's why they do it. I think some people want to go and have a concert and enjoy the music, but mostly they want to see the other people. They want to get in a crowd, and they want to show their love for the artist because you've done something for them on an artistic level. And that's very different from the kind of image that we have of the business and how it works, the transaction. So I get the privilege of giving that rant to 20-year-olds, and it goes right by them, just like everything went right by me. By the way, kids, mastering your own mixes is a terrible idea. If you mix the record, you are the last person on earth who should master it. That's just my personal opinion. But okay, mixing and mastering is like one word. It's like, it should not be one word. Now, making it louder so you can't afford mastering, fine. Make it louder so it'll be loud enough. It'll be at the right LUFS level for Spotify. Sure, put a limiter on it, make it better. But don't screw around with mastering. Get someone who's not, preferably someone with some experience and somebody who didn't mix a record. That's going to be the best thing. A real eye opener for me was a long time ago was Lady Gaga. If you imagine Lady Gaga a long time ago, when she was basically a pop star, like a sort of new version of Madonna V2.
Yep.
And I thought she had some more qualities than Madonna, but Madonna had her qualities. She did stuff that
absolutely
influential, and my hat's off to her. And I'm just not into dissing people for things that they do. I think whatever, I don't have to like it, but I saw the name of this person and I heard the song Poker Face, which I thought was funny because I was pretty sure that there was a sort of subtle innuendo there about, and it turns out I was right. Like she later on said, yep, oh yeah, I was trying to make this like teenage joke,
Yep.
But I thought, okay, I kind of like that, but I was like, this is pretty fluffy, lightweight stuff. And then one night I was downtown in LA near the what was called the Staples Center then, and one of her shows got out, and these little 14-year-old kids were coming out, and they were blown away. They were absolutely freaking out. They're like, no, this is the greatest thing that's ever happened. I'm like, okay, this is somebody who's doing something good.
Yeah.
And those are the people, that's the audience. You don't have to have 20,000 of them. But if you are, it's always been true. If you ask an A&R guy, what's the artist you want to sign? The artist they want to sign isn't one they like, although they did sign people they liked back when they were doing that stuff. But if you wanted to get signed, the best thing you could possibly do would be to play a gig at the Horseshoe, and during the gig, everybody's standing on the tables screaming.
Yep.
if you're doing that, the thing that A&R people can't do is get people on the tables.
Yeah.
Screen. And they know this. If you can skip all the figuring out your lawyers and doing all the Donald Passman shit, you can skip all that if you focus on the people and say, we want to move them out of their environment. We want to bring them something beautiful. And I thought, first of all, my impression of Lady Gaga back in the day and my current impression of, say, Taylor Swift is that whatever the overall transaction is and the numbers, she's bringing something, they're bringing something to the audience and giving it to them. And they come out feeling like they got it.
Yeah.
Something. They feel like they've been the beneficiaries of some generosity to it. This is another thing that happens too. Somebody gets a hit. Getting a hit means you've written something people understand. It's produced it. You haven't prevented it from being produced well. Which is one of the things artists do. They get in the way. Everything lined up well and it worked out great. If you have one hit, you are not an expert. You are there long enough that good fortune smiled upon you. People aren't discerning. They don't go to hear good sound. They go because they love the musicians. They want to show their love, and it's you don't get the same love connection from watching it like listening to it on Spotify, and you get the musical connection. You get the content or some reasonable facsimile of it, but it's because you're not invested in it, because you don't have a package in your hand. People, I think, long for another connection. I think that TikTok actually does that, at least at a certain level.
But what about when they take these world-class musicians and they put them in a subway and they have them play something that they performed, the night before for an audience of, 2,000 people at a gala dinner somewhere, and they put them in a subway and everybody just walks by and nobody even really, a few people stop and notice. Is that because the people are just not thinking about it? They're not, it hasn't been pointed out to them that it's good?
No, I think, who knows? But my feeling about that is that there's more going on than just the player playing the notes. So a lot of it has to do with the circumstances and what's going on. And I don't love going to rock shows. If I go to a rock show, it's usually because I know somebody in the band. Once in a while, somebody will offer me. I was offered tickets to go see Tedeschi Trucks, and I didn't want to go because it was at the Garden here in Boston, and I just didn't want to be in a hockey rink listening to a loud band. It just doesn't sound like a good time to me. But had I gone, what would have floated my boat would have been the audience. And the same is true. I go to baseball games, and I'm a bad baseball fan because I don't hate anybody. You're supposed to be partisan. And I think that's part of the fun. There's a kind of the in-group, out-group thing. The humans do this. That's, part of our instinct, and we feel good about that. Unfortunately, it leads to death and destruction sometimes too, but not a baseball game necessarily, but I
like to root for whatever team is in baseball or something, whatever team is losing. And if it's football, I root for whoever has the ball.
Yeah. Well, I just think I think that particular style of athletics is beautiful to me. And I like the fact that there's a sort of not that much of a time limit. And so there's a kind of, there's a depth to it. And a lot of people see it and they go, this is just boring. I get that too. But the thing is, and I was at a game at Fenway Park, which is a particularly cool place to see a game. And it was the Dodgers, who's a team I know really well. And the Dodgers team had a bunch of people on it that were formerly with the Red Sox. And there was some butthurt feeling about how the Dodgers had gotten these guys, much loved players and all that kind of stuff. And vice versa. There were some old, whatever. It was people. And so I went thinking I would just watch a ball game. And what I saw was this really kind of rich feeling of connection and love from 25,000 people. That was interesting to me, watching the people react and seeing this kind of, the kind of zeitgeist out in the open like that. So there was a ball game, click, bang, the Dodgers lost, whatever, there was numbers, there was a result, there were hits, there was action. That was fantastic. But the field for me, the message was the bigger message, which is the circumstance, situation. Got all these people together and there was a good vibe. I just really enjoyed the fact that the vibes were good. When you get that many people together and the vibes are good, it's actually really fun. The problem is, of course, that you can also get 25,000 people in a place and have a really bad vibe. So preferable to have the good vibe. But in a way, the subway musician, Joshua Bell's playing some Vivaldi or something in a subway. You have a completely different audience. It's a different circumstance. Everybody in there is not hanging out. They're like, did you hang out in the subway station?
They're on their way somewhere. Yeah.
If you're not busking, you're not hanging out.
Yeah.
So there will be some people who will recognize it for what it is, even though it's taken out of context.
Mm-hmm.
Most people won't. It's not a comment on the people. They're just in, there's more to it than just the notes and the players. There's this the idea of what a concert is like, and okay, we're going to do the music thing now. We're going to go where the music is, and it's going to happen. There's a connection that happens there it's part of an arrangement you've made. It's kind of a social compact, and you take that away, and some of it's going to be gone. And it might develop. It might sort of happen. I bet it would be different if you had Josh Bell in a subway station, and then you also brought 75 people to stand around him. That would be quite different, because people recognize this
entire dynamic. Yeah.
Yeah, and they'll be like, "Oh, there's something happening," and they'll get interested. They want to be in the in group and check it out.
There's something that you're right. That's another part of the entire thing is the package, and I'm hopeful that is what's going to keep music alive. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've had John Wynot with us for the last, I don't know how long this is going to be once I cut it up, but he's been here chatting for a while. I actually think that I will now say this is probably the end of 2 weeks that we're going to have John Wynot on, because it's been a great chat. So we'll spread it out over a couple of weeks.
I'm so sorry, folks.
No, it's
you'll get past it. Just hang in there, man.
It's it's Wednesday night. We get together, we get high. The band plays some music. I talk to some friends. People like to see it. It's fun. John, it's been great chatting with you, man. You're looking great. I love the Letterman look. I think it's fantastic. I can't believe that the Letterman look is a term that I just made up, being used by everybody. Just started right here with me, but yeah.
I get that. I get the Walt Whitman, which is okay.
Oh yeah.
August Renoir, not quite right. And Santa Claus, which okay.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
If I didn't have rosy cheeks and twinkly eyes, it wouldn't work. But my wife told me that. I was like, God damn it. It's gonna be dark. Twinkly eye. Rosie, get the hell out of here.
Well, John, thank you very much for coming on the show, man. It's been great.
Thank you. It's a real pleasure.
And I look forward to when our paths cross again. I don't know when that'll be in person, but in the meantime, we'll continue our regular conversations on the telephone once every few months.
That sounds good to me. And be well. And thanks a lot. It's just great. I love we have fun chatting. So
we do. We certainly do. Oh, Johnny Wynot, what a great, splendid guy. I'm glad he's been in my life. He's been such a fantastic friend to me for years, and to have somebody with that much experience, sort of be a part of, he's produced a few records for me and stuff, and it's just another one of my many blessings that I'm happy to share with you all tonight. And it's actually great because the guys don't see these interviews either, so I'm watching the interviews and so you're seeing the reactions. As John was talking about, it's about the audience. It's kind of neat. I don't know. That's just what I think, right? We had our first frost, I do believe. When did we have our first frost? Last night?
Just a couple weeks ago.
A couple of weeks ago?
Yeah.
Well then.
We had our first snow last night.
Okay, yeah. One, two, three, four. It's a Wednesday night in September. Fall settling in, it's 2013. And I'm here at the Rose with some good friends of mine, chasing laughter, we're living the dream. The night moves ahead, and I'm taking a break between sets, drinking whiskey and beer. With each line I sing and each shot I down, I try to forget you're not here. It's all I can do, and it's all in my head that would dry this time of year. It's all I can do just to sing you to bed with the words from some guy in the alley.
Just one frost away, it's been a good year. There's lots of good rain in the ground, days getting shorter, harvest is near. Well, Saturday night at the party at David Fisher's, just over the bridge. It's not hard to find you a good time. No one's got extra to give. Well, Sunday morning with coffee, a little piece might be harder to find. And I'm here at the Lonesome with only one thing on my mind. It's all I could do, and it's all in my head that we're dry this time of year. And it's all I can do just to sing you to bed with the words from some guy you'll hear. Just one frost away, it's been a good year. There's lots of good rain in the ground, days getting shorter, harvest is near. For all that we've lost, for those that pass on, I can take you away from it all. For all that we've lost, and for those that pass on, I can take you away. It's a Wednesday night in September, fall settling in, it's 2013. And I'm here at the Rose with some good friends of mine, chasing laughter, we're living the dream. Just one frost away, it's been a good year. There's lots of good rain in the ground, days getting shorter, harvest is near. Nicely done. We've made some changes to the room, which is interesting. I was going to talk about it in a minute, but I'm going to talk about it now because I'm already talking about it. Because I'm just kind of looking around. Caitlin dropped off a whole bunch of stuff. Caitlin was moving, so she dropped off a whole bunch of furniture that didn't fit in the front hallway. And there was this nice table there. So, Caitlin, we've stolen your table, and it's now sort of our production desk, which is a wonderful addition to the room. And as I mentioned, it was Barry's sort of 100th show, and I was thinking about getting him a little something that might make his life a little easier. I looked into some headphones to see if there'd be something good for this environment where you're mixing in the same area. And as long as it's closed back headphones, you know, they're pretty much all standard unless you get into like the big noise canceling ones. But they have problems too because they're not really good for music because of the phase issues for the noise canceling stuff. So do you have that picture there, Barry, that little unit that I got for you? Let's see this thing. This is called a Stream Deck. I'm not going to talk about it for long, but it's basically 8 buttons, 4 knobs, and that little strip is like the thing on the laptop that you can move through pages and stuff with. Anyways, so what I've done with this is I got this for Barry, and now Barry comes from a world. Is there any camera work that shows your? Can you point a camera at your little world there with the buttons, Barry?
Oh, let me see what I can find.
Let's see what we can get here. Yeah, I think you can probably do it with the upper camera. Barry's just looking here. I'll explain what's going on here now in a second, then I'll understand why the hesitation is happening. I should have set up a shot for this.
Blank too. No, that's okay. We'll get it here.
Yeah, G&D would work. Yeah, or the room cam would probably show you the best. But
So this Stream Deck, you can
it's a little hard to
program
see.
all these buttons. They're all programmable buttons, and each of them does something. And you can scroll, and there are going to be endless amounts of buttons, and they each have little icons on them that explain what they do, and you can customize all that. So what I've done is basically taken Barry's environment, which is like all these knobs and wires and stuff here. We've taken all of that and the computers and put it in that little box that you just saw. So all that Barry needs to do is push buttons on that little box. But of course, it changes everything about the way that his workflow is. So even though it's greatly simplified, it's also a brand new thing, and he's scrolling through pages trying to get things according to all the notes that we have there. So happy 100th show, Barry, and I
thank
do
you.
hope this thing makes your life easier in the long run.
I do too. I think it will.
Yeah, no, it's a nice little piece of something. So I hope that makes Barry's life a little easier. We're gonna try a new song. A song called "Already Gone." Played this one the last couple of weeks. It was just written a couple of weeks ago. I hope everybody's having a great week. I hope you all had a great Halloween. We had a fantastic time. Sat out on the front porch with Allison. We turned on the Astolfo. Got it. Astallofoe.
That guy's
Astolfo.
name.
Yeah, Steve Astolfo. Got it. I will have to write that down. So yeah, we sat out and we gave out candy, which was nice, and had a really nice time. Hello, Richard Grishok. I don't think I saw Eric. How you doing, brother? Nice to see you. I haven't been over in a while. I'll be coming by at some point. Hello, Diana. Anyways, lost in the message board here. So I'm trying to say hi to everybody. I want to make sure I'm not missing anybody. Jeannie Tench, just saw you there. Terry Stacy, nice to see you. Terry, I think you emailed me about a shirt. Somebody did. Yeah, it was Terry? Okay. Yeah, I think I do have one of those, Terry. I'll get back on to you on that one. Sorry. You know how it is as you get older.
No.
No? I'm just trying to remember
I
how this
can't
song goes.
possibly get any older.
Okay, so this is the new song. It is called "Already Gone," and it goes currently just like this. 52 years old, I'm bored and tired and horny and stoned. I'm listening to the Pixies on the radio in my car. I'm missing you, I'm missing me, I'm missing them, and that makes three. It's hard to believe it was 1984. I won't hear you calling on the telephone, I'm already gone. Been listening to the Clash record playing, and I'm scratching at my head and saying, where have all the good times gone? I won't hear you calling on the telephone, I'm already gone. Thousand shows I'm super excited to see, although I'm trying to find my way into believing. Idols the band, I'm missing stereo, missing bass, missing two chords in my face. I'm missing something dangerous, something righteous. I won't hear you calling, I'm already gone. Been listening to the Clash record playing, and I'm thinking to myself, where have all the good times gone? I won't hear you calling on the telephone, I'm already gone. I won't
won't hear you calling on the telephone. I'm already. This is the last cool night of summer. Digging through ashtrays once again. What a time we've had. Good night and God bless. So very lonely. I won't hear you calling on the telephone. I'm already gone. Been listening to the Clash record playing. I've been thinking to myself, where have all the good times gone? I won't hear you calling on the telephone. I'm already gone. I won't hear you calling on the telephone. I'm already gone. Oh, I'm already gone. I won't hear you, I'm already gone.
There you go, a new song, already gone. How did that one feel, Neil?
It felt absolutely great.
Yes?
Oh, shut up. You didn't like that chord? I thought it was great.
That's the beauty of the show, ladies and gentlemen. We are learning as we are going, and
Thank
it's a hell of
goodness
a lot
you
of
never
fun.
make any mistakes.
Doing it with all you make mistakes. Every note I play almost is a mistake. Definitely not intentional. No, it is great to be here, and that is why we're here. Deb Parson, I like this song. Actually, excellent. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, it's a new song. I quite like it. It's got a different feel though, which is kind of groovy. So we went to Regina. Hell of a lot of fun. We took the overnight flight, which was wonderful, thanks to Air Canada canceling a bunch of flights and moving everybody to the last flight of the night. So we flew out at what, 11:30,
How about that?
and got us into Regina at 2:30 our time,
More like 3:30.
3:30 our time, which was really nice.
was.
And then there was no food again. You had a chocolate bar though, which was great. I think you had brought some Mars bars.
Yes, so we each had a Mars bar.
And that was delicious. Nutritious eating on the road is important.
I have my uses. I said I have my uses.
Yeah, oh, absolutely, absolutely. And then we got up in the morning and we went and we hung up with Kirby. I'll show a picture of Kirby and Neil there. I think I got one. There we go, there's Kirby. Kirby's going to be on the show in a couple of weeks, and he makes knives. So that's really the end of that story. But Kirby also is helping me set up my, he helped me set up a little stop into a place called the Tiki Hut, was it?
Tiki Shop.
The Tiki
Yes.
Shop.
Yes.
And the Tiki Shop is a place in, where?
Regina.
Where Kirby took us. And no, Kirby took us there because I am starting a new segment called Will Ken Ever Skate Again? And this is going to be a series of interviews and videos where at 54 years old I've decided to put the intention out that I will ride a skateboard again. So there will be a series of videos, but I did interview this poor young shop guy. I went in with a camera and pointed in his face and said, "Can I do an interview with you?" And he's like, "Well, sure." Anyways, he spent 15 minutes talking to me about skateboarding and how it's changed, and I'm going to do an interview with this friend of Kirby's who is who has been pretty instrumental in keeping skateboarding alive throughout Saskatchewan, I believe. So we're going to have a chat about that.
And he owns the shop, is that correct?
I believe he owns that shop, yeah. And we also did an interview with Kirby about his knives, so that's a really cool thing. So we got some new guests coming up. Fantastic stuff. Regina was great. Thank you again to the staff out there at the place. The crew there, the staff too. Yeah, I mean everybody there, but the stage hands, they were just fantastic. It's a wonderful theater to play in. It's a great spot. We had a really good time. We just played Already Gone. Oh yeah. So I mean, yeah. So it's meant to be okay. So Allison refuses to believe that I should ever stand on a skateboard again, And I'm with her. I get it. I totally get it. Believe me, I understand. But there's just this thing. It's just the one thing I dream about. It's like I dream of skateboarding. It's not even doing tricks. It's just like being on the skateboard and going down a slow incline. Just like, it's beautiful. So when I was in Regina, when I went to the skate shop, I did the interview, and then I bought a pair of skate shoes. So because I haven't had a good pair of skate shoes in a long time, so I bought a pair of half cabs, which were great. They were on sale. They were $80 or something, cheap.
Yeah.
So that was great, yeah. So then we...
Those are shoes with the wheels on the bottom?
No. So we're
Those
leaving...
are called roller skates.
No, they're new sneakers with wheels
Those are
on them.
Yeah.
No, I'm not getting into that. So anyway, so as we're leaving Kirby, so there's a record store right there. I'm like, oh, okay, we got to go to the record store. And it's one of these records and hemp stores, you know, so it's like T-shirts and stoner wear. And a ton of records. And I just walked in, I saw this sea of records, and I did it once through, and there was like a bunch of stuff, and I thought, I'm going to be here for 5 fucking hours. I can't do this. So I went up to the counter, I said, you got a punk rock section? He said, yeah, right there. We don't have a lot over there. And I went over, there's probably 20 records. And I just, on the third flip, this came up, and you probably won't see it in the wrapper.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah. So it's the Dead Kennedys. Look what it's called, a skateboard party. It's live, and I had this on cassette. I think Don Ellis might have had it, or one of the guys back home. Anyways, I had this on cassette when I was a teenager, and I loved it. And I lost the cassette, and I never thought about it again. And I walked in like this. I forgot it. I never even knew it existed on vinyl. It was $20. And I got home and I played it, and I remember all the banter between the songs. But you know what it says skateboarding on it. I was out doing a skateboarding thing. Allison, you should start to see the universe. The universe wants something.
Pure serendipity.
The
Pure
stars are
serendipity.
aligning.
Yes.
Drawing you back in.
Yeah. Yes.
It's okay, we lost the on air, but we are still on air. Don't be fooled by the bright lights, folks. Don't be fooled by the bright lights. We've already done Barry's New Gear.
Yeah.
For 60. 1, 2, 1, 2, stop. And I don't have the 5 in my hand, not a last leg to stand upon. But what the hell? I'm going 30 for 60. Let the night swell. Somebody fix me a single malt of whiskey. And I don't have the jack or the ace, but I've got on my good poker face, and I'm holding my queen, going 30 for 60, feeling hungry and lean. Life's about chances and the kings and the kitty. 60. You can take this to heart, you can gamble your soul. 65 now and I'm still in a hole. Life's just a game, it's a grand piece of fun. There's little left I can go on, and I don't have the jack or the ace, but I've got on my good poker face, and I'm holding my queen. Being 30 for 60, feeling hungry and lean. Life's about chances and the kings and the kitty. And I don't have the 5 in my head, one's for my Aunt Betty, as always. Hope everybody's well back home, Aunt Betty. I'm going to take a minute and check on the message board here, see who's going on where, what's happening. Oh, it looks like a bunch of the same people. Having a great time. Yes, playing cards at Paul's back home every time he plays one. I get it, Terry. That song brings you back, eh? Everybody have a good Halloween. It's thank you for the compliment there. Mick Manning says we all look so fetching. It's fantastic. Thank you, Mick.
Well, that's a nice old-fashioned way of putting it.
Appreciate it. Let's do a check tuning there, Neil. Somebody was.
All right.
Somebody was out there, and it was most likely me, but while I'm tuning, why don't you check too? We're going to play another new one for you here. We're going to start digging out some old ones next week. I know we've been laying a lot of new stuff on you recently. Don't forget the new singles are out on Spotify and iTunes and all that stuff. You can get them anywhere that you listen to music. There is an album on the way. Just got to kind of get through a few things. I'm working on the Jane Archer record. I'm sorry, Jane and David and everybody involved in that. The year has taken a weird turn for me all around, and things got messed around, and the Jane record that we recorded last winter is about to be finished, so I'm excited for that. Terry Kelly's got some stuff I'm going to start on in a couple days, too. It's going to be a busy winter, but we're still going to do our best to keep bringing you a wide variety of tunes, original and otherwise. This one is an original, and then we're going to do an otherwise.
There we go. An unoriginal.
Unoriginal. Yeah, I like the way that sounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Broken mind and broken body, coming home to find the life you lived before the war grew cold and broke down over time. Broken family and broken love, tangled stories made up of the time you were away. A broken soldier's heart replays. Stop pretending that there's a war outside. Don't pretend to be the truth from days gone by. It's just bar stools and broken hearts, another night to fall apart. Puzzle pieces in your head, another stranger in your bed. It's just bar stools and broken hearts, another night to fall apart. Push the truth and climb that hill, another prayer unwinds. Alone with the truth is the hardest time to kill. Jobs and broken dreams, a little too old it seems. The life you thought you'd have lives only as an illusion now it seems. Broken wallet and broken heart to put you in your place. The whiskey, drugs and cigarettes are filling up that empty space. Stop pretending it's just the way things go. Don't pretend to be the lies that we all know. It's just bar stools and broken hearts, another night to fall apart. Puzzle pieces in your head, another stranger in your bed. It's just bar stools and broken hearts, another date, another start. To face the truth and climb that hill, another prayer unwinds.
promises and broken youth. The radio plays songs from our youth, the songs that we all loved. Twisted words we sang like morning doves. Broken world and broken people trying to get ahead. The sympathy that they all need for all intents gets left for dead. Stop pretending it's just the way things go. Just pretend to be the lies that we all know. It's just bar stools and broken hearts. Another night to fall apart. Puzzle pieces in my head. Another stranger in my bed. It's just bar stools and broken hearts. Another day, another start. To face the truth and climb the hill. Another prayer unwinds. Alone with the truth is the hardest time to kill.
Oh man, that song is getting better and better. I'm liking the new vibe in here. It's strange. We added a table, but there's still more room. We've done a lot of tucking over around Barry, and I've done a lot of eliminating too. I think this is lovely. I love this new setup. How's your night been, Barry? Are you like ready to hit me over the head with a bottle, or are you in?
No, man, this is good. Yeah, I'm just getting used to this, and no, it's great.
Excellent. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. How was your week, Barry? Any news on your front?
Oh, not really. I went camping last weekend. That was different.
You took the trailer out.
Right. Yeah, took the trailer over.
How
down
was
to
that?
Kingston
Where'd you
to
go?
See my brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was fun.
Very cool. Is that your first time sleeping in the new trailer?
Yeah,
How's the bed?
it was okay.
Yeah.
A little short, but I'll fix that.
Yeah. They're all a little short.
You're going to
Yeah.
cut your feet off, are you?
But no, it's been a good week.
Oh, well, congratulations on your maiden trip there. David, how
Yeah,
about you?
Thanks, man.
What's been going on?
It's been a good week. Busy.
Yeah.
Went out last week. Well, hung out last weekend. Lisa came by. We were going to go fishing. Got cold and weird and windy, and so we didn't.
Right.
So maybe this weekend.
There might be still a few fishing weeks left.
There's
Yeah.
probably at least one,
Yeah.
and I'm hoping it's Saturday. So
Yeah.
maybe,
Well, we'll see.
maybe
We'll
we'll
see.
get lucky.
Mr. Grant,
Yeah.
what's
well,
going on? Did you have some kids over last night for Halloween?
I did.
Yeah. Did you give out some candies?
I gave away candy,
Good for
potato
you.
chips, cookies.
Good for you.
All the goodies.
Pop brownies?
No pot brownies. But I watched some Dylan
Yeah.
on the video. I was thinking about a song a week or two ago, but called "I Used to Care, but Things Have Changed."
Oh yeah.
And so I looked it up, and I realized now he won an Academy Award for that song,
right.
for having the song in the movie Wonder Boys. And there's a cool video, of course, with Michael Douglas doing half of the vocals. And then they sort of interweave it with Bob Dylan singing, and then you're in a scene in the movie. There's his back, that clever stuff they do.
And
No, it was quite good anyway.
how did you research this stuff?
Great
Like,
stuff.
do you type stuff into the computer now or on your TV?
YouTube.
Oh, okay. You're
Yeah,
still using
basically YouTube.
That's true. That is the resource for everything,
Yeah.
anyways. Yeah.
Yes, the video library these days, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. There's everything is there. It's just
Between
like,
that and the Shangri-Las, man.
yeah.
I'm in love with that Mary Weiss in like 1965.
Oh my. Deb, we're gonna make your night, babe. I didn't mean to call you babe. Sorry, that was so gross. Deb, you always request this song, so we said we'd put it in the set for you tonight. It is Charlie Pride soon. It's called "Kiss an Angel Good Morning." I guess it was sort of the cheesy nature of the tune, and we always dedicate it to Dave. That induced the most grotesque babe thing there. Once again, I apologize for that. Please just don't hashtag me on it or anything. It was a mistake. I own up to it. I got caught up in the time of the song. Anyways, this is for Deb. It's for everybody, but Deb likes this song. Send us a message. Tell Barry how he did. Send us a message. Let Neil know how many mistakes he made tonight.
Less than you.
That's the new drinking game. The Whiskey Wednesday show. Every time the band makes a mistake, you got to take a shot. Oh man.
Who's taking a
That's
shot?
sort of-
They're there.
people will be.
It's a vicious circle, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm liking the looks of these transitions there.
We'll get used to it.
Okay, last song. Just saying goodnight here to everybody on the board. McManning, hope to see you in person again soon. Steve. Shots! Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Yes. Next week is the All Request Week, where we take requests between right now and next week. Don't ask for a request in the message because it'll get lost. But there'll be a post up tomorrow for the All Request, and you have 5 days to put in your favorite song that we do, or suggest a song that we might do, and we'll see what happens on Wednesday. Often we just make a set list of our favorite songs and play those, and tell people.
And lie about who requested it, yeah.
But we're not going to do that this week. Hey, GMH, nice to see you, brother. Hope things are good out in ZPEG. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end tonight with a little Charlie Pride. Thanks, guys, for coming out. Thanks to Allison for doing the magazine again. It is magazine time. It is magazine time. If you don't have the magazine, go to the website, download the magazine. It's great. There's about a year's worth of them there now, and they're pretty fantastic. Print it off. Make yourself a copy. Read it on your couch. Okay, so here we go. Damn dry skin. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was all me. Oh, was it you?
No, it wasn't me. Must have been Dave.
Must have been Dave.
Whenever I chance to meet some old friends on the street, they ask me, how does a man get to be this way? You've always got a smiling face, anytime and any place, and the answer is in this song that I always sing. Got to kiss an angel good morning, let her know you'll think about her when you're gone. Kiss an angel good morning, love her like the devil when you get back home. People, they try to guess the secret of my happiness. Some of them never learn, it's a simple thing. The secret that I'm speaking of is a woman and a man in love. And the answer is in this song that I always sing. You've got to kiss an angel good morning, let her know think about her when you're gone. Kiss an angel good morning, love her like the devil when you get back home. Kiss an angel good morning, let her know you'll think about her when you're gone. Kiss an angel good morning, love her like the devil when you get back home.
We got a very special treat for you tonight in the video rewind section. And tonight we're going to take you back to Mr. Grant's old apartment down on, what was the name? Down on Frank Street, right?
That's right, yeah.
Eric Myers' house, I believe it was a massive thing.
The
It was
Myers
like a
house.
mansion, and you had like a wing of it cordoned off. It was
Yes, I
wild.
did, yeah. An awesome place.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
So when I had gotten my first video camera, because I wanted to start doing videos for the band, we set up these shots, and did Bill Davenport come and help? Maybe something like that. Anyways, it was a few of us down there. I think Bill.
I know we did some in the living room by the bay window, and then we set up one in the
hallway,
front
in the
foyer,
closet, yeah.
like just inside the front door.
That was fun.
That might be the one we're going to see. I'm not
No,
sure.
we're going to see the other one, the big white
Okay.
room one.
Yeah.
The one we did for the Devil, and it was really interesting because we I didn't want to get into syncing audio because I didn't know anything about videography, so I thought, well, it's best if we just record the audio and the video. So we recorded the audio and the video. We did a whole series of videos like that. We did the Devil, we did Pale Blue Sky, Other Side of Rome, and a few other ones. But this was the first one shot on the little Canon camera that I got. It's called The Devil, and Dave Fisher's playing drums in it when we were just a trio. So, ladies and gentlemen, I love these new screens. I'm really digging the way that we can get all four of us up there. This looks great. What a fantastic new setup. This took so long to get to. Barry, I'm not going to change anything for next week.
Okay. I'll buy that.
I've been saying that for months. Every time I keep throwing new stuff in. Okay, tonight we're doing it this way, and he's like 1,000 new things. And but I think this is it now. I think we've landed. I've redistributed power and everything, so we don't have cameras going out because there's not enough power. I counted last week because we had some issues, and I had like 30 things plugged into one outlet. My old man, it was like the fireman. It's just, but the first thing out of the outlet is an on-off switch. So that's what I used to turn like the whole side of the studio off, like, so, cause I like to keep my rooms like that because my dad was a fireman, and I'm fucking weird about fire. So everything's got to be master shut off. But I didn't realize that from that one power cord, I had so many branches coming out. Every time I got a new piece, I just sort of add a new power cord and 3 more, and then two more, and before I knew it, I had all this stuff. So redistributed power around, so everything is working now. Thank you all once again. It's been a wonderful, wonderful time. Just seeing if it looks like the usual gang there. Thank you so much for being here on another Wednesday night and hanging out with us. We are now going to show you The Devil, but before you see The Devil, remember, it's a wonderful night out there to go skiing if you're somewhere where it snowed. Otherwise, stay inside or just don't go skiing. And thank you. Be nice, be kind, and try and remember to be like Steve. Glad he got to be like Steve, and now he's going to use the button.
Now, where's find out? What am I looking for?
Push transition. It's going to be like that. Oh, this is so exciting.
Oh, what
It's
am I
called
looking
Video
for?
Rewind.
What's it called? Video rewind. Where is it? I can hear myself in my
I can
screen.
hear you too. Video Rewind. Video Rewind. Video Rewind.
Why can I not find video rewind? There it is. Sorry.
Did you find it?
Tonight I feel the rain and I just got wet. I was sorry that you came and then you left. So I went outside for a smoke and a whiskey and a toke, and I felt the rain and then I just got wet. Today across the road that no man should, tried to walk away from a place that used to be so goddamn good, and I went out searching on my own, trying to find a home, trying to get along the best I could. And I met a big old man out on that road. His face was flat and round, and we shared a heavy load. He was big and rude and silly and mean, and when I told him my story, he replied to me, "What do you mean? What the hell are you running for? What would it be you're running to? What would it be you're running from?" So I stayed with that man and he gave me a room, and I worked a couple of jobs. I put some brooms. I'd go out shopping in the stores, I couldn't want for more. I was happy for a while in my room. This went on for a while and then I got so sad. I was feeling lonely and I started feeling bad. And I reached out late one night and I tried to take my life. And I dreamed about the best I'd ever had. In the morning when I woke, everything seemed fine. Couldn't wait to tell the story, just let it all unwind. And I look around, take stock, there was no one to go for a walk or have a beer and sit and talk about old times. The devil lives in St. John's, Newfoundland. Some say she's a woman, others say he's a man. Might be gambling, might be booze, drugs or women, brand new shoes. But the devil lives in St. John's, Newfoundland. In the corners, in the darkness, you can see him walking. In the corners, in the darkness, you can see him walking. In the corners, in the darkness, you can see him walking. In the corners, in the darkness, you can see him walking. In the corners, in the darkness. You can see him walking.
Well, we got through it.
Once again, thanks for spending another Wednesday with us here at Storyhouse Studios. Thanks to Trainer, Yorkville, and the Longtooth Beverage Company for being a part of the show. We love our time on the Whiskey Wednesday show and appreciate all of your support. Don't forget to hit up the tip jar if you feel so inclined. Never expected, but always appreciated. Tune in every week for more guests, songs, stories, drinks, and gear talk. And don't forget to visit the website, www.kentizzard.com, to sign up for the Whiskey Wednesday Wrap-Up. Compiled by Allison, this is a monthly overview with highlights, directories of songs, and so much more. Be kind, be helpful, be happy, be safe. See you next week.
The seal on a Jim Beam.